Good evening, and welcome to Really, I Haven't The Foggiest. You join us this week in the wonderful setting of Leach Hall in St John's College, Durham. St John's College is a thriving academic community set amongst beautiful Gothic architecture with a long history of excellence in all subjects. It's also 217 miles away in Cambridge. The college is renowned for its beautiful chapel devoted to the apparently diminutive Mary the Less, of which its twin, dedicated to Mary the More, was demolished in the 19th century on the grounds that its unwieldy size, wide doorways, and generally impractical nature for people who weren't giant made it next to useless. St John's, Durham is known for many things outside the ecclesiastical. Its luxurious penthouse apartment that is awarded to the JCR president every year, the outdoor theatre, and for the fact that it sits halfway between a college devoted to a small lake in Africa and a college in which one attempts to drink a lake. Incidentally, the penthouse apartment offered in John's this year was mistaken briefly by one of our cleaners for the cupboard. Unfortunately in need of prescripted eyewear, the occupant of the flat was shocked to discover her student cupboard fully stocked with fairy liquid, bleach, and other tempting fluids for students taking their finals. And speaking of individuals who need to clean up their act, let's meet the teams. They are, on my right, Stephen Lowes and Tom Harwood. And on my left, Luke Maskell and Alistair Forbes. And of course, the woman who is always keen to be seated on my right hand, the wonderful Cordelia. Oh dear, I am terribly sorry, teams, but Cordelia has said she's been delayed. She went out for tea with an older gentleman friend who politely took her to see what usually consists his marvellous wine collection. Unfortunately, after being brought out by a strange man who left his name as Carbridge, he had very little wine left. So despite the fact he had been stripped bare and only had a semi on, she thought it would be rude not to try it anyway. So there she is. This week, I am reassured to say that we are starting with round one. The English language is constantly developing and evolving with new definitions of words and meanings. For example, most people don't in fact understand the difference between the words emphatic and dogmatic. Emphatic means uttered or to be uttered with emphasis, strongly expressive, and dogmatic is your electrical canine friend. I know. With this in mind, I'd like the teams to suggest words that they've noticed have altered definitions recently. And Tom?
I stumbled across the word European, which I think is what you say to someone when they're wetting themselves.
How about you?
Prestatin. Instructions on a button.
Federation is what happens on a military base at lunchtime.
Tom. I mean, feel free at any point. Just
Federation.
I know.
Tom. Baguette. It's a little bag.
Library is a strawberry that can't tell the truth. Thank you.
Oh, dear. Why did I suggest this was a good idea? I remember sitting next to Ed in the thing upstairs, and I said, Ed, we should do a comedy show for Durham Student TV. It'd be really, really great. He said, you can spend the whole evening doing puns. And I should have known at that moment. Okay, Alistair, after you.
Singapore, a bad vocalist.
Whatever.
I had Europe, not my rope.
Okay.
Portmanteau is the digits on a harbour master's feet. Thank you.
Okay, Alistair.
Ballroom, baggy boxer shorts.
Stephen.
Respectable, when a dyslexic man loses his glasses.
Honestly.
Yeah, Ms. Nomer is just Mr. Nomer's wife.
Splendid.
Chlamydia. Cold and sweaty Bambi. Chlamydia.
I'm going to save you all.
Thank you. Thank
I've been
Christ.
told that this week's inadvisable hashtag has just been devised. Every week, our producer is trying and attempting to devise a new hashtag for the show, which is, sort of relevant to what we're doing this evening, and we felt that we were giving you humour therapy this evening. So every week, we'll try and create this new hashtag, and this week I'd like to announce that the hashtag is hashtag humour therapist at John's. So feel free to start tweeting that.